Botafogo get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Zanetti calmly anticipates. And it's Zico. Can he get on the end of this? Nunez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Grêmio with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Real chance! Just off target.
Zico certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Deftly away. Vieira. Park Ji-sung looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well played. And the counter is on. Botafogo still without a single shot on target. And it's Gullit. Zico is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Gullit. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Grêmio have it back and can go again. Good ball, good take. Lahm. And it's Seedorf. Now it's Bale. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Bale. Crosses it in. Big header! Goal! Botafogo! Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
He's on it, can he get away? Park Ji-sung. Oh, they could be caught out here. could be danger here. Picks out, takes a shot! Gullit constantly looking for the ball into the box. Lahm looking to penetrate opposition lines. Could try cutting inside here. Decent chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rijkaard. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard with the slide tackle there. Lahm. And here's Gullit. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Bale considers his options. And it's Vieira. Bale has it out wide and in space. Park Ji-sung defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. He could be in here. Chance for a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And it's made its way to him. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And he cuts out the supply.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Knocks it into space. Rijkaard, very much a man of this moment. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Botafogo are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we're off again. Botafogo carrying a one-goal lead. Park Ji-sung. Gullit. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Deep cross. Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Guardiola. Zico will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pullet. Mbappe. Bale. Gets his head on it! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Lahm plays it short. Lahm delivers. That has been knocked clear. And this is Bale. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bale puts them all in, and it's hoisted clear.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's a good ball out wide. Hangs in across. And that has been cleared. Zanetti is having a shot! No mistake! Gremio are back in business! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 18, camisa 15. Deixando o campo
We
para
have got
a entrada
changes here from both sides, in fact.
30,
Gremio grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Cruyff. Botafogo perhaps contemplating their next change here. Was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. That pass isn't the best. And it's Gnabry, looking for the run. An instinctive delivery. Ferdinand can get it clear. Bellingham.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Lahm looking to run onto it. And he's there to clear it. Played in. And that should get the job done. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Vieira. Just about up to 75 minutes. Gnabry. Oh, they can break here. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Zico.
Gremio clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Nicely weighted ball. And smartly reclaimed. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shoots! Rijkaard gets rid without sophistication. Bale makes the interception. And it's Bellingham. Šeško. And he's taking no chances there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's dealt with that really well. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Look at the space here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Gnabry receives it in a wide position. Bellingham. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Bale is fouled. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Bale. Bellingham. He's in a great position here.
Minutos de acréscimo.
Rijkaard. Zico. Now, what about a counter-attack? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bale is, of course, well known for his and that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Dortmund against Botafogo.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
OK, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player? It's Perez! Seedorf. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And here's Mbappe. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's being urged to shoot. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a mighty effort! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. And the counter is on. Now it's Hullet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's got away. Very nicely done. Lofted in. Mateus. Played into space. Good ball over the top. And this is Hullet. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Botafogo leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great ball, and the shot! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Botafogo are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And now he has two.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, played right into his path. Shoots! You've got to be quick to recover this. Mateus. Out again for a throw-in. And it's Lahm. Hullet. Half an hour played now. Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! It's there! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Botafogo are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
To be a...
He rises! Oh, taken with style! Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
Borussia Dortmund playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. And it's made its way to him. Belletti pokes it out wide. Foot in. Shifted it to the flank. Zanetti. Lahm gets over and intercepts. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And this is Ronaldo. This looks promising. That's really well manoeuvred. Belletti. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lahm. Now it's Gullit. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vieira.
2 added minutes has
And
been
it's
indicated.
Gullit. Out to the right. And he oh, smashing header! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
This possibly the last play of the half. Lahm plays it short. Lahm delivers. And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on
we'd
further.
like to inform you now that the latest travel
Botafogo
information
3
is
ahead
currently
after a
being displayed on the
remarkable
screen.
half. Who knows how many more will follow.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 5, Perez. Coming on to replace him is...
Here we go
number
again.
7, Raul.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Shot a goal! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Gattuso's, he's got tall. Now, how often do you see that?
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Seedorf. Bale gets into some space. Bale, lovely feet. And it's Seedorf. Oh, and he shoots! No mistake! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Botafogo are having a ball here. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Gattuso, Mateus, played out towards the right wing. That's a delicate pass. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Now it's Bale. Bale just loves to go forward whenever he can. And here's Mbappe.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Now it's Gullit. Oh, good spread. There's the delivery. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Gattuso. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to belt it away. Seedorf, who does have an assist to his name. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, good take in a good area. Climbs up big. It's in. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And yes, it's him again. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expected buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Well, 2014-15 was one of the greatest cup seasons ever for many Catalans, clearly, but here is one of the... Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Mbappe running with the ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mbappe! Now, what about a counter-attack? Spread out to the left. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Seedorf. Seedorf will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he finish? And again! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe, great chance! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult.
Face to face with the keeper, tries a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Botafogo have their third corner. Lahm plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. Distributed tidily. Shot could be on. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Ernest.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
No, that's been intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Header! Mateus. Now Neymar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Neymar. Now he's got space here. Araujo cuts out the pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Mbappe shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Botafogo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Senhoras e senhores, só é permitido beber nas áreas indicadas no mapa. Agradecemos a colaboração.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So that's got things underway. So Dida between the sticks for this one, widely recognised, as we all know, Jim, to be one of the great keepers from Brazil.
The Big Easy. For me, there was indeed a time in his career where he was considered as being one of the best, Peter, if not the very best. You don't have a career like his unless you're quite special.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering... He's had a shot! And it's come back out to him. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Seedorf is offering a wry smile there.
He's one-on-one! There's a no-nonsense tackle. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Mbappe. Now, this could be a chance. And the counter is on. Now it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. Hangs it. There's the header! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gattuso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a decent chance! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Dembele stood his ground strongly. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is Dembele. And he can clear it away. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Ferdinand knocks it into space. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
No, that's been intercepted. Vieira. Seedorf. And it's Gullit. Great vision. Shoots! Goal! Botafogo! And the comeback is complete. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Botafogo take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Played back in. Oh, nicely intercepted. Gullit spread it left. Mbappe, he's found a way through. Delivery from up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Rafael Varane. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Can he get it through?
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Gattuso really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
He is through here. And he shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Gullit. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Good read, needed to be. Bellingham, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely weighted ball. Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. The ball goes, and again! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Pick that one out. It was a bullet. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Botafogo are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. Here we go again. Hops him off it and wins back the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And the second half is off to a flyer!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Bale.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vitinha looking to play him in. And here's Mbappe. Lovely passing, lovely movement. And Hullet! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Now it's Hullet. Looking for options for movement. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Varane with the clearance. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Bellingham. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. It's run loose here. Incoming delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Ibrahimovic. Šeško constantly looking for the ball into the box. And he's intervened well there. So we've reached the hour mark. Botafogo still have the cards to affect this game. Bellingham. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Crosses it in. Oh, what a climb! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Takes aim and crosses. Well read. And the danger is averted. Ambitious ball here. Good ball over the top.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Šeško! Superb from Šeško! About as smooth as it gets. So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Ibrahimovic.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Numero 5.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Il numero 99.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement.
Il numero 11.
Bale. Bale is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Bale.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Not the most accurate pass.
Rashford really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Played out to the left flank. Rui Costa. Oh, that's fabulous. That has been knocked clear. And we have our very first corner. Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Vitinha. He's had it taken off him. Thuram. Now, can they get him away? Ferdinand. Šeško.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Rui Costa. Gattuso. And it's Van Basten. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Lahm gets into some space. Oh, smashing header! And it's there! And they are cruising away. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So now the difference is 3. Šeško. He's going to... The whistle has gone and it is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths.